Hello class, good morning. So today let's talk about understanding proper fractions, improper fractions, and mixed numbers. A proper fraction or a fraction represents a part-whole relationship. It tells you how much of a whole it represents. A proper fraction is a fraction whose numerator is less than the denominator, and an improper fraction is a fraction whose numerator is equal to or greater than the denominator. A mixed number is composed of a whole number and a fraction. So just like in the example, so here the difference of fraction, improper fraction, and mixed number. So as you can see, in fraction, the denominator is bigger than the numerator, or the numerator is smaller than the denominator. So that is what we call proper fraction. And in proper fraction, it's just part of the whole. Again, in proper fraction, it's just a part of a whole. So the example of proper fractions are 1/2, 4/10, and 5/7. So as you can see, all the denominators is bigger than the numerator respectively. Next is improper fraction. So improper fraction, the numerator is bigger than the denominator. So in improper fraction, it is a whole and a part from another whole. So whole and apart from another whole, that is what we call improper fraction. Or but just simply looking at it, the numerator is bigger than the denominator. And another improper fraction if the numerator is equal to its denominator. That's another example of improper fraction. And when you say mixed number, of course in mixed number, it is composed of a number and a fraction. Actually, mixed number can be converted into improper fraction, and improper fraction can be converted into mixed number. Since I said a while ago that an improper fraction can be converted into mixed numbers, so this is how we do it. So this one is 7/4, meaning to say that the whole part or the whole will be divided into 4. So the whole will be divided into 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we need another whole for it. Again, divide it into 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then shade the part 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we shade the 7 part of this two whole. Since only one whole is being fully shaded, so let's try 1 here. And this part only 3. So 3 is shaded 3 part, and the whole is equal to 4 parts. So the mixed number for 7/4 is 1 and 3/4. Another one, 12, 15, or let's say 12/5. So in 12/5, of course, the whole will be divided into 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And for 12, we need 3 whole.
Okay, and now it's time to shade. Since we have 12 here, shade the 12 part. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So looking into it, we have two hole that is fully shaded. So 1, then 1. And in this part, we have two shaded part, and the whole is 5, so 2 fifth. Again, 12 fifth, the whole will be divided into 5 equal parts. Then we need to shade 12. So 1 plus 1, 2, then 2 fifth. The answer would be 2 and 2 fifth. But in direct computation, just divide 7 into 4. So just like this one, 7 divided by 4. 7 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Remainder 3. The quotient would serve as the whole number. The remainder will be the numerator, and the divisor will be the denominator. I will repeat. The quotient would serve as the whole number, remainder, new numerator, and the divisor will be the denominator of the mixed number. So here is, we need to convert mixed number to improper fraction. Actually, it is very easy to convert mixed number to improper fraction. Just simply multiply the denominator to the whole, then add the numerator. So 2 times 5 is 10 plus 2, 12, and copy the denominator. Then another one, 3 times 3, 9, plus 2, the answer is 11, then copy the denominator, the answer is 3. This is how we convert mixed number to improper fraction. So let's move on to this one. How many fourths in 1 and 1/4? So fourths meaning to say 1/4, fifth is 1/5, eighths is 1/8, thirds is 1/3. How many fourths in 1 and 1/4? So first thing is we need to draw 1 and 1/4. So how we draw 1 and 1/4? So whole, since it is the denominator is 4, we need to divide it into 4 equal parts. Next, another for 1/4. Okay, so this is, then let's shade 1 and 1/4. So this whole, then this part. So 1/4 and 1. And now, how many fourths are there in 1/4? Since each part in the whole is 1/4, then we can say that in this whole, there is 4 fourths. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 fourths, and in this part, there is 1/4. So, in total, there are 5 fourths. So, that's it. Okay, the next question is how many eighths in 1 and 1/2? First is we need to draw 1 and 1/2. So, let's just draw it here. This is for the whole, and this is for the 1/2. Then let's just divide it. So this is for the whole, and this is for the 1/2. So whole meaning to say this one is fully shaded, and this one will just shade the half part. But since the question is 8, meaning to say we will divide this into 8 equal parts. So it means that half will be divided into 4 equal parts, half 4 equal parts to make it 8. Then in this one, the half will be divided into 4 equal parts, and this 4 equal parts to make it 8. So let's divide. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then this one, okay, so in total, we already divided the whole into 8 equal parts. So in 1/2, I think here. Then since it is 1 and 1/2 only, so it means that this whole will be shaded. So how many 8s are there in one whole? So 1, 2, 3, 4, or simply 8. There are 8s in a whole. Next, how many 8s are there in 1/2? So since here 1/2 only, shade the 1/2 part. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 8s in 1/2. So in total, we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 8s. So there are 12 8s in 1 and 1/2. Now let's proceed in how many thirds are there in 2. So simply draw 2, then divide it into 3 because thirds, we're talking about thirds. Then since it is 2 whole, shade everything. Then count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in short, we have 6 thirds. There are 6 thirds in 2. Actually, how many fourths are there in whole? There are 4. In 8s, how many 8s are there in whole? There are 8. So in thirds or in 1/3, how many thirds are there in whole? So there is 3. How many half are there in whole? There are 2. How many tenths are there in whole? So there are 10 tenths.
For your activity, answer practice A and B on pages 189 to 190. Write your solution on a sheet of paper, take a photo of your answer, send it via private message, deadline November 10.